Alright guys, 96.9 Cool FM. Welcome right back to After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. And today's a particularly interesting day because we have so much to talk about. And first of all, we're starting with the helicopter. The helicopter was seen landing on. Can we have the story? Because I've heard so many versions of the story.
Let me look.
Let me check Linda.
It's on Instablog.
EKG. Let me check Linda EKG up for this one. Okay. From Lagos Benin expressway. Okay, we're gonna play the video up. It's available on Instablog. I'm gonna load it up on my site too for those of you who want the visuals.
We are stuck on the traffic heading to Lagos. Somebody flew in a helicopter to pick them out of this highway. We've been stuck here for 2.5 hours. It is unbelievable. We're stuck in the middle of the highway to pick up their passenger because we're all stuck here.
When the story broke, Naomi and Amal were celebrating. I felt like flogging the two of them kidding.
No,
What
but
are you
why?
celebrating? What are you celebrating?
Boss moves.
What is boss moves?
Boss moves, like you get tired of traffic and then like a chopper just comes and picks you. Like you're not
No,
ordinary.
you get
you're
tired
not-
of Earth, you get a rocket and go to the moon.
Exactly,
That's
the
how
type
boss
of thing,
moves.
flexing.
You see, the kind of things that trip a hungry African. Hunger has become your destiny, has become, so you see somebody arriving in as a big thing.
It's not
That
because
is-
how many people are landing in choppers? Sir?
Exactly.
Because you live somewhere that is backward does not mean
Even
what happens in other countries. If you have your money, you don't have to have that much money.
I mean, Daddy Freeze, there's
There are
nothing.
some hotels you would lodge in Dubai that would offer a helicopter to come pick you up from
Yeah, but
the airport to take you straight to the hotel.
Since I've not reached there, yeah.
So what you should reach is the rest of you are living in poverty. You can see the road. Fix the road, they will not fix.
Because it's who is
Then one person comes to land illegally.
Yes.
I want to see the NCC or NCA, what's that, aviation? I want to see the clearance for that thing.
no,
Until we start standing up to nonsense.
Yeah,
But
but
that-
I think until we know whether it's legal.
you say that helicopters can land anywhere.
Anywhere.
It doesn't mean,
Exactly.
listen, I can kiss any woman. Does that mean I'm going to kiss any woman? I have to have clearance before I can kiss you. If you
But
say-
it's not illegal. Keyword.
oh, it is illegal. If I just jumped on you and started kissing you, it would be illegal. That's the same thing with the chopper.
It would be wrong,
It
not
will be-
illegal.
yeah,
it would be
it-
wrong.
it will
No,
be-
illegal.
Wrong.
Molestation. Listen, if I hold you in a
But
wrong
that's
way, it's molestation.
But that's the she files for it.
Exactly. But if I'm okay,
so we're going to file because we want to know who had the guts.
leave him
Daddy
alone.
Freeze,
no,
I don't
no,
understand.
no, no,
What-
no,
what-
no,
what
no,
is-
no, 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 no.
Daddy Freeze,
It don't turn
does
that
this ha-
person-
does this thing have to do with anything personal? Are you like?
There's nothing
Like, are you-
personal.
is
There's
it
nothing
okay they
personal,
blocked?
but we are done with people not obeying.
I mean, I'm
rules.
thinking about it. Maybe I have to rush for a very
That is your business.
for a very important meeting,
Okay,
and my
okay,
husband
hold
has
on.
to send a chopper. That's
Okay,
like
hold on.
highest
You
romantic
want to
moves.
rush for a meeting? Why don't you
my
come
God.
down, take the police car, and drive it against
Why
traffic?
am I taking a police car?
No, I'm
when
just
I have a
asking you.
chopper?
It's
It's
just
the same thing.
Daddy Freeze is
If
just
the
romantic.
chopper
It's just
did
really
not
romantic
land
about
this
it.
thing?
If it's
from the
romantic,
world
It's
poverty
not.
capital,
Have
I
they
mean,
it
pictured
is
him in a
romantic.
chopper, dear? Have they pictured in a
It is
chopper?
romantic.
It's
No, but I
romantic.
don't
First
see
of
that
all,
the
there's
romantic
nothing
thing.
wrong with it. I mean, at first sight, when I saw it, I thought it was risky. But if there was
Of
really
course it
nothing-
is.
It is risky.
It's very, very
There's
risky. What if
nothing
something
wrong.
happens to
For a
someone?
country where you
Anything
are
can
praying
happen.
to
It's on the
God of Oyedepo
expressway.
to save
Anything
you from
can
a
happen.
plane
But
that deviated from center line.
But there were soldiers there, right?
Yes.
And then if there's no law...
When the soldiers see chairman, let me tell you, when soldiers see chairman in this country, they keep quiet.
Of course.
Only thing that does not know chairman is people that come out and speak the truth.
The soldiers were not even aware that the helicopter was coming.
Listen, it's not like we want to bully anybody or want to arrest them. No. If what you did was wrong, you owe the public an apology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come out and say, guys, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I had a meeting. It will not happen again. But you now want to hear what...
But
Wait,
what was
so
the
he
thing that did not wait?
But then
Why
if
does he
there
owe
was
an
no law...
explanation?
There is a law clearly.
Well, until we see that, we don't know that for sure, right?
No, we don't act ignorant.
No, but we don't know that for sure.
We
If there's
haven't-
any
we
law,
haven't
because
heard
of course,
You were on the
I
phone
feel
with
like
me when
a
when
chopper-
I spoke to head of... You know what head
I
of
feel
flight
like
strategy
a
is?
chopper company will not do that. That's not a private jet, right? It's a chopper company.
The person I spoke to was taxi company.
So what I'm saying that the chopper company wouldn't allow
I
their
spoke to head of
self-being
strategy
that.
of a helicopter company.
Okay, now here's
A
now.
senior pilot
So,
that
no,
does not
but-
only fly,
But do you understand what I'm
does
saying?
administrative work.
No,
He's
but
Daddy,
you-
Daddy Freeze, do you understand what I'm saying? You are in aviation. Now, that company that was hired to pick the person up is an aviation company, right? And they know
Don't
the laws
worry,
and
we are
they know
going to know who
they
it
know the
is.
laws and they know the rules.
So they should
Daddy
just know
Freeze.
that they have broken the rule.
No, Daddy Freeze,
unless
Do
they
you
can
think they
show
would
us.
deliberately
They-
do something like that if
Exactly.
there's a law really against
Daddy Freeze,
it,
the thing
they
is,
would do
if
it?
you did it now, because now you know, if you did it, it's wrong. But if I do it and I don't know, I'm just trying to get to a meeting, it's not wrong because I don't know.
No, you see, let me tell you something. The day government gives curfew, don't go out after 7 o'clock. You go out after 7
If I
o'clock.
don't know,
Hold on
that's a
and
different
say you
thing.
did not know.
But are you not
because you
saying
don't
that
know,
a
so you have to
company-
do something that
but
is
are you
wrong.
saying-
Ignorance has never been an excuse.
Daddy
Exactly,
Freeze,
it has
are you
never
now
been.
saying that an aviation company does not know their own laws? Because of course
Exactly.
that company is an aviation company. If they would do that, that means there's really
Me,
no
I'm
law
just,
against
I just
them.
want to see how this thing will play out. An
Exactly.
aviation company that gives clearance to land on Lagos Benin expressway. Guys, what are we doing in this country?
It's me. I don't see the problem.
Can you even see any
Yes,
problem?
There's a problem
Do you
with
even know
that.
how-
Slapping
do
the
you
two of you
know-
together.
I mean, do you even know how much it is to pay for that chopper for 1 hour?
It's not.
That's almost
It's
like
not less.
$10,000 or
So
something.
because yeah.
Exactly.
So that makes it right because it's expensive.
No, it
it's
just
right.
means it was
I think
as
what we should
What has
important.
poverty done to you?
It
No, no,
doesn't-
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
even
Daddy
understand
Freeze,
what
it
is
doesn't
happening
make it
here
right
right
to
now.
Okay, because you can't afford an Uber, someone who calls a chopper is a god.
No.
No, I'm not
Oh
saying.
yes, he's a god.
No,
He
it's
came
I
not
from
can afford
heaven.
an Uber actually.
He
But
flew into
no, the only
heaven.
thing that I think is we should actually, as in, it gives room for that statement that they always say on Twitter, hustle, so that you will not be the
Exactly.
one recording somebody with an accent.
No, this is not just
Yeah,
it.
go.
No,
You really want
Chopper.
recording somebody that they came to pick with chopper. Go and be
This
hustling,
is not
please.
part of hustle.
This is not,
This is not
please.
part of hustle.
It's not,
But that
though.
is- that's the boss move, if you ask me.
It's a
All
like.
right. Do we
No,
It's
have
a
any-
dangerous
hold on,
move.
Hold on. Do we have anybody here that flies a chopper, works for a chopper company? Please. We want you to come and cast some light on this. So I can actually have something to say to these jokers I'm in the studio with.
Except me.
Except Zika for the first time. I can't believe Zika
I
has
bet
no sense.
Zika is just not attracted to anything that looks like
Exactly.
luxury.
Oh my goodness.
So that is luxury. Helicopter landing size brown
you know how-
sand.
Daddy Freeze,
And
Daddy
everybody
On
else
bad
is covered.
road.
Daddy Freeze, really,
Chopper, plane,
really,
private
are we going to
jet,
be
it's
saying
luxury.
this? Ah,
Honestly speaking, I'm not gonna lie, it's luxury because if I'm
And
in
you should come and
traffic,
carry your private jet and land on top.
Someone is calling.
we have a caller.
All right, we've got a caller. Please, if you don't know anything about aviation, don't call.
hello.
Hello. This is who? Lizzie. All right, Riri, go ahead. Tell me what you think.
That Amal and the other lady are just kidding. I don't want to believe they're serious. Because
They are cuckoo serious with their mumu.
Please.
I'm embarrassed on their behalf.
Please accept
When
me.
the ignorance becomes justification for breaking the law. So,
Naomi wants to cut your call. I'm holding her hand.
no, please hold her hand and let me finish. So now, people break the law. I mean, with reckless abandon in Nigeria, when you have money, when you're a big man, even your police break the law. They take one way when there's no emergency. And then you sit there and say, oh, the helicopter company should have known that there's a law. People break the law with impunity in Nigeria, and it doesn't make it
But But what is the law regarding this? What is the law regarding this? That's what I want to know.
Who is in wrong here? Is it the aviation company or the man who ordered?
What's the law regarding this? We're saying break the law. What is the law?
For the aviation company and the client who requested it.
The client has no fault in this at all. There is nothing the client did. All he did was spend his cash dollar.
Exactly.
That's all.
If it was an ambulance, helicopter, the person was coming to save a life. Even if it was on Third Mainland Bridge.
Or a police helicopter.
Yes, it would be permissible. But for personal reasons. So what if everyone on that road requests a chopper? What kind of chaos do you think will be happening on that road?
There will be air traffic.
Lose our heads. Please. It is unacceptable. What you're just waiting for is for priests to verify, find the document or whatever it is. But even without seeing any document, I can tell from the top of my head that it is not permissible. It is just a recipe for chaos. When we all do things that we feel like doing, and that's why the world is in chaos already. Because I feel like, and everyone is going mad. Thank you. Enjoy your evening.
You too, dear.
All right, thank you so much. You've sobered up my girls a little.
No.
Bucket.
No.
Please, guys, I need you to call 2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and 2713969.
If my husband comes to pick me up like that,
all of you will keep quiet.
All right, we've got a caller. Hello? Hi, good evening. Please go ahead.
Okay, then please, I'm going with you here. I'm actually really surprised at what you call it the thing. I don't understand. Like, is there a way that somebody will be permitted to bring an helicopter where people are found and everything? It doesn't make any sense. There's something wrong here. And that was the first thing I said when I saw that. People were making noise with boss move. But no, I don't see any permit here. Who is giving you a permit? We need to hold these people accountable for their actions. We cannot just be praising them all the time. It's not possible. We need to say something. Let's go beyond the old boss move and everything. Yes, the boss, but what is the repercussion behind it?
We agree it's a boss move.
It's a boss move. And two, the helicopters
I don't even agree it's a boss move.
The helicopters actually need a permit.
I believe you cannot boss poor people. If we're all rich and then you're richer than us, then it's a boss move.
No, even
when you're rich among the poor,
you're still a boss.
No, it's not a boss.
You're really a boss.
It's not like that. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Okay, you're a king.
Bill Gates is one of the richest men on earth. He's given away half his wealth. Guess to who? The people you are bossing, you're doing boss moves over.
Yeah.
The same Africans. Bill Gates didn't give his money to Americans.
He's giving it to
He has paid off our loans before. There was once come on, guys.
Gates.
And guess what? I swear to you, Bill Gates has chopper, he has plane, he'll never use his chopper in traffic like that.
He won't
never.
do that.
And that's the richest man on earth.
But that says you can't tell somebody how to spend their money. You can't tell them how to live their life.
I might go.
Let's not just stop. Let's just stop accepting to all this. This is just totally wrong. It's wrong.
But if I've gone and worked for my money, don't tell me what to do with it. No. Don't tell me, because I've worked for it. I worked for it a lot.
All right, when we come back, the world will tell you what to do. But just hang on for that. 2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and 2713969. I should be on leave, but I just love this show so much. And these girls are so annoying that I just have to be with them for one more day before I go on leave tomorrow. And I should be back next week. Tyrone, where are you? Come and sign my leave.
Hello?
Hello? Oga, na me, my container, my wife.
Yeah?
Oga, you never still send the money. I don't wait
This
time,
guy.
but you never still send them.
I go send them. I don't tell you I go send them. I go send them. I just the week, they just the break for here. And I go
Oga, we
send
need
them.
to clear this container.
Let me
It's very,
sleep
very
now.
urgent. Make it not go enter tomorrow, Joe.
Hello?
Oga, na me, in my wife.
You for be man for police station. I know saying that you, I get your number. It's safe for my phone.
I still send the money. I don't wait time. We know that time. We need to clear this container.
I say I go send them.
I never see him now.
I go send them. Calm down. You too hurry. Hello?
Oga, na me, you want
Talk. What you want to talk? I dey hurry.
You never still send the money. I don't tell you that the last day.
Oh yeah, hold on. No hang up. Oh. Oh yeah, check your phone. You don't get a lot?
Chai! Oga, what you doing now? Before they take 1 week, this one na chop.
Make sure say they clear all those things today. Oh.
How you take go, Oga?
Now wave they use for here. You won't send money to anybody for Nigeria or anywhere for African country. Now wave. Just download them, register. Tell anybody, download, register, send money. They know they charge you anything. Now free.
This one dey very fast.
And no call my phone again until you clear that container. Bye.
96.9. 96.9. Woo! All right. Oh my goodness. I'm right here in the building. I've got Nene. I've got Amal.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of trouble with me. First of all, before we went on the break, we're talking about the person who landed a helicopter in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed to be such a big thing to people like Nene and Amal.
I didn't say it's a big thing. I just said it's goals.
It's what goals.
What is goals?
You see, bars will be your goal at the end of the day. Because if they start imprisoning people who do wrong, let me tell you something. You see, there was a time when our voices didn't matter. Now, you see, this thing, they would have done it 20 years ago and it would have been goals. Do you know people can tell what aircraft it was? As I'm talking to you right now, somebody is definitely writing a letter to somebody. Do you think Buhari is sitting in his office and he's seeing this? Unless it was the president himself that sent that person on an errand. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or he was going, or she was going for a matter of national urgency. Let's imagine they were having let's imagine that was our petroleum minister. And then some dignitaries came into Port Harcourt or Warri from the UK to strike a deal with Nigeria as a country. And then she is stuck in traffic.
So what if it
It's
was
a phone call to the presidency. Where are you? The dignitaries are waiting. Sir, I'm in Ore. Okay, I'm sending a chopper now. If that's not the case, there could be small trouble.
How? But nobody died.
The thing is, honestly, that everyone
There were no
knows.
casualties. Nobody died.
That if
Nothing
it's,
happened.
you want to tell me that if you're in traffic and maybe taste buds or someone says, babe, I'm sending a chopper for you, you're going to be like, no, that law must stand.
I will never enter it.
Yes. You won't. You'll stay in traffic.
Never.
Me who doesn't like suffering, I'll enter.
Especially if it's something public. You don't like suffering. You enter. Don't worry. You enjoy 15 minutes of helicopter flying and maybe 6 months in prison. When you come out,
By the time
when they give you shaku,
Something no good time.
By the time I can afford
I'm
a
sorry to say, but I don't think somebody who would pay for a chopper to come and pick them up $10,000 US for that would go to jail.
Thank you, because I can afford a good lawyer too.
So sorry. I don't see that really happening.
Where
But I
are
hope
our lawyers?
Here in Nigeria,
Where
fine.
are our good lawyers? Can somebody please put
There's no way.
Can somebody please put a
I mean, I would love to
lawsuit?
see that happen in Nigeria, but
I
the
dare.
country,
Even
Nigeria, my
jail.
country.
You know, man.
All right, do we take one or two more calls on this? 2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and 2713969, or we move on to
Yes,
the
I think
next.
we should just move on because I mean, this thing.
They have abused you people enough. It's okay. I agree with you. Let's move on. Now, there was another air incident in Port Harcourt.
My city.
I hail my beautiful country again. A plane went off the runway and nobody could land for 2 days. According to what I'm hearing, the plane is still there.
2 days.
They are still looking for last man to come and tow it. Or what's the problem? Because I don't understand. There's some things I don't understand. So many people could not fly into Amagua yesterday. I was with a bunch of friends who came in for a party that one of my neighbors who works in Total was organize the christening of his baby. So they couldn't go back because the plane is still on the runway. So the question is, why is the plane on the runway? Now we saw the video of Oyedepo's God allegedly saving. Guys, calm down. Calm down. Yes, an airplane going off the tracks is not a joke. Do you understand?
Yeah.
This is not the plane. The ride was bumpy, and somebody called in to give a report.
Yeah.
Do you understand? If you have like a tail strike or a wing strike or an engine strike when landing or taking off, then that's an issue. Now, what happened was, what I'm suspecting is there was an increase in precipitation as the plane touched down, and this led to disorientation. The driver couldn't see and have proper centerline alignment, so he drifted off into the bush because the plane came and it's not like it overshot. Somebody said the plane overshot the run. You guys don't understand please, bloggers, learn small about aviation. Overshot a runway means it got to the end. The pilot couldn't see well, probably because of the rain, and then he had disorientation, and he didn't have proper center line alignment, and he went into
The bush.
the bush.
That was one where people were getting off the bush.
Listen. It was not a crash land though. It was not a crash land. You people don't know what crash land is. If it's crash land, they will not use normal stairs to evacuate you. People were not evacuated from the airline though. They came down. You saw people coming down.
Yes, yeah.
I think what killed it for me was a lack of surprise on the people's faces. Everyone looked at like, you know what?
Then, as usual, there's going to be speaking of tongues.
Kabashi.
Guys, come on.
Hold the plane, father.
It doesn't work like
Hold
that.
it.
Anyway, moving on to other things. Earlier on today, we all stumbled upon a letter by Tonye Cole. And Tonye Cole criticized a young man. Can we find the letter? Tonye Cole, Soyinka, Wole, Professor Wole Soyinka. Let me be respectful before they say that.
Before they also come and say you're also part of it.
No.
You don't have respect.
Okay. Nigerian billionaire Tonye Cole recently took to his Instagram page to share his flight experience about a young passenger who, in his opinion, disrespected Professor Wole Soyinka by asking for his assigned seat. Cole shared a picture that showed Professor Soyinka and the man in question, accompanied by a lengthy caption detailing the ordeal. He said, and he ended with this: a few minutes later, a young man, baseball cap, t-shirt to show his muscled chest and tattooed biceps, boarded the plane and told the professor that he was on his seat, which he was. Those of us, including the cabin crew, tried to reason with Bobo Fine to let the old man be, but the chap refused. He insisted Professor should vacate his window seat, which the old man quietly did for his original aisle seat next to him. I couldn't understand how we got to this point where we no longer have respect for elders, even if are so ignorant of the great global personalities in our midst. Is it too much to ask that an elderly man be allowed to remain in a seat allotted to you in the same business class cabin and the same row? Now, wow.
First of all, yes, it's too much.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm someone who can be a bit claustrophobic. So I like window seats.
Yeah.
Now, whoever sits at the window gets to open and close the blinds.
Yeah.
So I want to watch a movie. The person sitting by the window wants to watch some clouds.
Yeah.
So the bright light is disturbing my movie or my phone or whatever it is I'm doing, and I cannot complain because he will look at me and say, no, I'm looking at the clouds. That's one. Now, two, when you're sitting at the window seat, people don't have to cross over you to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You understand? Point number two. Point number 3, I personally like to see how an engine moves. Do you understand? Or how a plane moves. So I like to see what the pilot is up to. How he's using his slats and flaps and spoilers. I can see that from a window seat. I cannot see that from an aisle seat. And I generally I'm an observant person. I like looking around me. Because of this, I have gone to check in 12 hours before my flight. Or 24 hours. Normally, yes, if you're flying international, 24 hours before your flight, you can check in. The moment, if I'm flying at 12, I'll be sitting down with my phone the day before at that 12 exactly. Boom, I'll be among the first people.
I thought I was the only one.
To rush and book my seat. Now, there was a day I didn't rush fast enough. I was in a meeting or something, and I came out 3 hours later, and I booked, and I went to check in online, and there was no window seat. All the window seats were taken. Do you know I was going to check in every 15 minutes, hoping one person would make it quick. You know, some people will pick a seat, then before they know it, they've lost that seat.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how it was. I just saw one guy just leave his seat. As he left the seat, I just jumped in back, I quickly checked it, change seat. I just checked, I was inside. I said, well. Now, do you know one time I was on a flight? I was flying my economy, minding my business. I now checked into my seat, a window seat, and then the airline thought it was very nice of them to upgrade me from economy to premium economy. And then give me an aisle seat. They thought I was playing with them. I said, no, take me back to my window seat. They said, but this is premium economy, you've not upgrade. I said, take your upgrade back. I want my window.
I didn't ask you.
I didn't ask you for upgrade. So last, one woman now heard the debate and said, you know what, come and have my window seat. I said, thank you very much, man. Don't worry. You don't be angry. You know, when you fly business class, while the plane is still taxing, they'll be serving you champagne. Premium economy, they'll be serving you orange juice.
Depends on that.
Premium economy, they'll be serving you orange juice. Anything, they'll be serving you. Economy, they'll just be looking at you like this, looking back at them. The two of you be looking at yourself. I don't mind. Just give me my window seat.
Yeah.
Now, it's my right. Do you know why? Because I paid for that seat and I hustled. Do you know what it is? You are looking at your time 12 hours before the flight. You are in a meeting, you say, I'm coming, you want to go to the bathroom, and run in and go and start doing check-in. Do you know how frustrating that is? Or then you are waiting every 15 minutes because you lost the initial opportunity, waiting for somebody to give up his seat so you can come in. You know how annoying that can be? And then you come back and then you see somebody, oh yes, he's Professor Wole Soyinka, Nobel laureate. He's an awesome gentleman, a wonderful man I respect. But can I have my window seat, please?
Thank you.
It doesn't mean I'm disrespecting him. It doesn't mean I don't appreciate all he has done. It doesn't mean his achievements are undermined. It just means that I paid for a seat and I want it.
Sit on it.
Now, if I cannot stand up and demand my right, it is my right. I paid for it.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not free.
If I cannot demand for my right on an airplane, how am I going to demand my right from my government?
That's a very different thing.
No. It starts with the same thing. Hello, your government.
It's your right. Nobody.
Your
we're not
politicians
dragging
are
that.
all elders.
But you should even be honored that. You should even be happy to see somebody like Wole Soyinka sitting on your
because
seat.
is he going to leave money on that
No,
chair?
he's not going to. I mean, there's certain things that you guys cannot.
Is he going to pay some cash into my account?
Unless I saw Christ.
It doesn't have to be about that. I mean, apart from the age.
Hold on. The only person I will give up my seat. The only person I would give up my seat for is probably the Pope.
There was a difference because let me tell you a
I
scenario
will not give up my seat for and that is because I personally respect the Pope. I have to be. It has to be somebody. It doesn't mean I don't respect Professor Soyinka. You know what? We're going to go on a break and come right back at you. Don't you dare touch it. With Wave, you could send money from the convenience of your phone to any Nigerian bank account. The money goes from your bank account here to Nigeria. Easy, safe. And the best part is there are absolutely no fees ever. Not just on your first transfer, but on every other transfer you make. Download the free Wave app today from the Google Play Store or from the Apple App Store.
Hey, you could also get £5 or $5 off your first transfer. If you use the promo code DaddyFreeze spelled as one word, it's safe, it's reliable, no fees at all.
It's Wave 96.9 Cool FM. Amal, what are you doing? How are you doing? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm just, I'm thinking about this whole situation. I'm just trying to figure out where I stand.
So here's my reply to Tonye Cole. I try to make it as respectful as possible, because Tonye Cole is also someone I respect. In the meantime, Zika is back. How are you doing, Zika?
I'm fine, Daddy.
Very serious human being. All right. So here's my response to Tonye Cole. Dear Tonye Cole, I probably would have politely done the same thing the man did. Growing up, I was taught never to challenge my elders. In retrospect, I find it difficult to point to what this has earned us as a people. Are we more morally upright, less corrupt, safer, richer, and better than nations where children are encouraged to stand up to elders? No. Nigeria, with all our respect, has become the poverty capital of the world, boasting of more people in extreme poverty than China and India combined. Hold on a second. Yes, combined, and this is according to World Poverty Report. Some of our elders have sold our birthright, lied to us about salvation, and taken foolish decisions that have impoverished us, yet we still kneel down and greet them.
But not Wole Soyinka.
Hold on. What drew me to Professor Soyinka in the beginning was the fact that he never failed to challenge our leaders in power and religion, no matter their age. The young man on the flight demanded his right. If you can't demand your right on a flight, how can you demand it from the government or from your religious organization? The government needs to provide amenities for the people, while religious organizations must be accountable to the last kobo. We must demand this, and I don't see us doing that if we can't demand for seats, because we're afraid.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people will say, is that what Christ would have done? Hello, I don't know which Christ you are talking about, because if you read Matthew 23, Christ was less than 33 and challenged the Pharisees, who were supposed to be the leaders, those who sat in Moses' chair, and they were in their 70s and 80s, and he was less than 33. And he stood up to them before I back down. So, yes, we should respect our elders, but it should be optional. What should have happened was, if the man got up from his seat, it should have been news that, wow, this man was quite respectful. But if he chose not to get up from his seat, it should not be considered disrespectful.
Here's my thing. Wole himself didn't complain. You get? He stood up.
Now you are disrespectful. Can you call Wole Soyinka Wole?
Oh, sorry.
It's like calling my Kadeno Gamai.
Sorry. Okay, Mr.
Or calling Dangote Aliko. Don't you have respect?
Okay, Mr.
I'm just joking.
Okay, Mr. Wole Soyinka didn't argue.
Professor, which one is Mr.? You're even worse. It's Uganda.
Okay, author and
Uganda as a country needs to call Nigeria bros, so that you know where you are.
First of all, let me tell you something. Anyway, you know what? Let's not go there. But Professor Wole Soyinka didn't argue when he was asked to stand up. It was a person who was recording that had a problem.
Like, no, but I also have a problem, because how do you say that? Like, how do you walk up to a man, somebody like Professor Wole Soyinka, and you ask him to stand up from your seat? Like, how?
Did he pay for my ticket?
You're a Nigerian, and you ask somebody, Professor Wole Soyinka, to stand up from your seat? Really?
Did he pay for my ticket?
Like, I don't understand. How unlearned can you be?
Also, I should sit
somebody
somewhere
that
else.
we study in school. It's like me walking up to my lecturer in a flight and telling him to stand. I can't.
I will.
And that makes you better than somebody
else. No, it doesn't make me better. It's respect. And like it or not, Nigerians as we are trained to be like that. We are trained to be respectful, not just to our people, but to elders. If you're not even going to respect him as an elder, respect him as Wole Soyinka, somebody who is a literary icon.
Okay. I think if Tonye Cole,
it is not just anybody
wanted to respect him as he should have hired a private jet for him.
There's a thin line. No, there's a thin line between.
I think that would have made a lot of sense.
Personally, Actually, I think there's a thin line between respect and slavery.
No.
Yes.
Just because I respect you doesn't mean I'm going to lose what I paid for.
It's just a sit. It's just a sit. It's just a sit.
Exactly.
It's
It's just
a
a
business
sit.
class seat that I paid for. And they described the guy like he was a non-entity. I saw Femi Fani-Kayode also saying the guy was a nobody. I respect Femi Fani-Kayode. However, I want you guys to understand that you don't need to be anything in life. All you need to be is a citizen, and you must have your rights and your duties. Any citizen who fulfills his duties must enjoy his rights.
Yes, you can.
Do you know
if
what
it was
business
anybody
class
else,
is?
I wouldn't have a problem with that. If it was anybody else, you can tell somebody. I mean, I feel like it's not just any elder. It's not just anybody that you can walk up to and say. I mean, you should even be honored. You should even be honored to have a man like Wole Soyinka on your seat.
I will tell
Do you know who
Let me tell you, when
I should be honored
Professor,
because why am I honored?
Do you know how many Nobel prizes he's
I
got?
have never won. Listen,
how influential and important he is to Nigerians.
Before.
Oh my God, I don't know.
I've never won
I
school
can't
prize
even believe
in
it. Like, how
secondary
did he
school,
say it?
let alone Nobel Prize.
Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned, my window seat is my
Wole Soyinka
window
is
seat.
somebody that
my question
generations
is,
that airline will not
are
fly.
going to hear from the window.
Good, he has a Nobel Prize. When he sits down on my seat, do I get a
Do
Nobel
I get
Prize?
a Nobel Prize?
No,
Do
Is
I
he
get
going to go ask me for my
Wole Soyinka
number?
is somebody that generations are going to hear of, and you see him on your seat and you're saying,
Good. Here, not
how did
sitting
he
there
even say it? How did he
Now, you
even
know the
say
funny
it?
thing is, nobody would have known this guy if he had gotten up from his seat.
Yeah.
But we know him today. I need to preach this. Listen, we know him today because he stood up for his rights.
That is not standing up for your rights. You should stand up for other things that are more important, not your seat.
What if your seat is important to you? How are you to dictate what is important?
For him, I feel like, seriously, initially I was going to get angry at the way he was described, but seriously, now that I'm thinking about it, for him to actually tell Wole Soyinka that, then he's exactly how he was described.
No, get up from the seat. I paid for my
How unmannered can you even be? No, seriously, how unmannered? It's like me seeing my lecturer in a flight and I'm telling him to stand up. Really? Somebody who has impacted knowledge.
Good for him.
Really?
Good for him. If it's my lecturer, sir, thank you for teaching me. But on the other hand, get up.
Hold on.
Wow.
I think there are only 3 people I'll stand up from my seat for. 1, like I said, is the Pope. 2 is my father. 3 is Amin Musali, my employer.
Okay.
Those are the only 3 people.
Any other person?
And because the 3 people will tell me to sit down.
Wow. So wait.
Hold on. The 3 people I mentioned, I will stand up knowing that they are going to tell me to sit down. Hold on. My dad will tell me, say, no, don't worry, sit down.
Exactly.
The Pope will tell me, no, don't worry, sit. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the Pope will enter a flight? Pope flies economy, do you know? Do you think he will enter a flight and sit on the wrong seat?
He flies economy.
Yes.
Would he enter and go to the wrong seat?
Prince William. Hey, Prince William flies economy. Do you think Prince William will go and sit on somebody else's seat?
I won't.
They will jack him up. No, you are the Prince of Wales. That's why your mother's problem. Please get up from my chair, Joe.
I can understand why
You're
Mr.
saying respect has not earned us anything, but disrespecting our elders will certainly not earn us anything either.
No, we're not talking about disrespect. It's not disrespect.
This is not disrespect.
Listen, Naomi, disrespect is, hey, you get up out of my chair, or
I'm gonna like throw you.
That's disrespect. But hello, sir.
Is seeing somebody like Wole Soyinka
No.
It was.
No, you cannot say that.
It's not disrespect. I paid for my chair and I'm going to get my chair.
Hello, this is how I would address Professor Wole Soyinka. Hello, sir. I'm a huge fan, but please, you're on my chair.
Do you know who
when
he
he
is?
moves to his own chair.
Do you know who he is? As in, first of all, you should even be like stunned to even see him. Do you understand? So I'm trying to understand what planet that guy is from.
Sorry,
because
dear.
if he's really a Nigerian, if the guy is a Nigerian.
Is he leaving his wealth and riches behind on the chair? Because I don't understand why I'm starstruck, why I'm excited that he's on my chair.
I don't know. So if you see Wole Soyinka right now, you are going to tell him to stand up from your seat.
Hello, sir. Please get up from the seat.
Without a doubt. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I can't say, Joe, Oricha, Milejoko, sir.
Yeah, I will know because that is it.
I can understand
most of us in Nigeria, we don't read, we don't know about our history.
It's not about reading.
We don't need it because if you do, somebody like Wole Soyinka would be very important to you. You can't just I don't
First of all, let me
tell you.
Hold
on. You think I will see Chimamanda?
No, but that is no now. Of course not.
Who else is of Anthony Joshua? Because he has muscle, I don't have muscle.
Clearly.
Baba, get up. You want me to call?
There are people
There
are people that
You don't need to go.
deserve.
If I tell Anthony Joshua, come on, you know, I just call Louise.
There
Baba.
are people that we should just
Please
give
call
our
your boy, don't
I
I
can understand why Anthony sat on the chair. Most times when you enter a plane, you're hoping that people like your neighbors are not going to come, so you sit in any chair until they come. You get. So I understand why he sat down. But if I've come,
I would have gotten up from that chair.
My thing is, there are people that we just can't help but respect.
I've respected you, blessings follow you, but take them from my seat.
Listen, this is how I will respect Professor Soyinka.
I'm confused, really. Are we is this me?
Hey,
Or maybe we should just ask. No, maybe we should ask Lagos. I don't understand.
Like, I'll be like, how do you guys greet a Dakun or something, yeah? Yeah, you like, you say that whole Dakun thing, and you're like, but please get up.
He should even be, oh Lord.
All right, you know what? Let's take phone calls. 2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and 2713969. We've got calls coming through. Hello.
Hello, Daddy Free. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing? Please go ahead.
I'm doing great. Daddy Free, this is just the reason why we are in this mess. Even if it's the Queen of England, I don't think she will see it as anything wrong. If you have asked her politely that she is on your seat. So if the guy did that, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Jare. Somebody that has brain.
I'm almost very sure that somebody that was
There's another
described
call.
like that
Calls
probably
are coming
never
through.
he did not ask him politely.
All right. Calls coming through. Hello.
Good evening, Daddy Free.
Yes, good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. If the guy did that politely, and this is one of the reasons I want to leave this country by all means. Nigerians, even listen to the girls or the ladies, rather, in your studio, you supported the guy that posted what he posted.
I'm also disappointed in them. You can't have them as a master of fact. We have to go in the tell you. You have a new master. Yes. Oh. 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 So you get up from your chair for me.
Yeah.
All right, more calls coming through. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Please go ahead.
Yes, so with all the story and all this thing happening, nobody said anywhere that asked for, sorry, can I sit in this seat? He didn't ask for the seat. I understand the respect everyone has for Wole Soyinka and all that. But, if his seat is, the guy is right. And he says, oh, sir, you're sitting in my seat. Oh, I'm so sorry, I sat down here. I would like to sit in the window. In the window seat. And then it's not left the guy to oblige him or not. It's Wole Soyinka. Wole Soyinka could have asked at the check-in, oh, hi, I'm Wole Soyinka. I would like a window seat, please. So, because it's Wole Soyinka doesn't mean that you see me in your bed and you come, oh, Wole Soyinka, I'm going to sleep in the guest room. If he asks politely that, oh, I'm sorry, I need someone to sleep, I want to come to your house, by all means, I can give you the master bedroom, but it's not his right. That's my 2 cents.
Respect does not earn you somebody else's seat.
Hello?
Yeah, hello? Yes, please go ahead, sir.
I understand that it's respect, but we must not die in slavery.
We must not die in slavery, oh.
Because the thing dragging us backward is the mental and religious slavery.
Thank you very much for that. I think we have another call. Hello, good evening. Please, what's your name and give us your opinion?
Good evening, please.
Good evening, sir. Please go ahead.
It's from Ikorodu, Emmanuel.
All right, Emmanuel, sir, go ahead.
Africa needs to know that allowing somebody older to sit on the seat doesn't necessarily portray you that you have a respect or something. You see, all these things that we are doing, it doesn't just follow morality. There is a thin line, understand? Somebody educated like a Nobel laureate already know that he's not sitting on the right seat. But I have a problem with the young man or the individual who have to make a case out of all of this.
You know, Tonye Cole is my ball, so I will not use. I will still respect him, but Tonye Cole too should not have made an issue out of it. I'm telling you. Egbon, don't be angry. I know you are my Egbon, but this one, you don't get him.
And for the young man, I salute him. He should keep up with that kind of spirit.
Thank you.
Wow. He should keep up with that kind of spirit. Really?
Yes.
Because that's a spirit that you'll take to challenge your leaders and everyone.
All right, we've got another caller. Hello, good evening. Please go ahead.
Coyote, I'm calling from Lagos here.
Hi, Coyote. Beautiful evening it is. Are you enjoying the rain? All right, go ahead.
Order your chopper now.
Naomi said you should order chopper. Imagine how chaotic it would be. Do you know that you're not allowed to fly a chopper after sundown?
Yeah.
Why?
Let me give my response. If the meeting here, I go to India, I go tell what it take that people here.
Yeah. These are the issues. We talk about how respect has not gotten us anywhere, but we don't also talk about how reckless we are becoming. Like, I'm still trying to understand it.
Look, Naomi,
I'm still trying to understand it.
If it's a bus where no one is allocated to the city, it's a bus where you entered first come first serve, and you find Wole, maybe you were sitting somewhere and you stood up to go and talk to someone, and you come back and Wole is there. I can understand you leaving there. That's respect. But if I've paid for my business class window seat, get up,
sir. Sir, so you be respectful.
Professor.
Prof.
I wouldn't ask him to.
That's you.
And that's not because that's not because I didn't pay for it. We have to actually go on a time check.
All right, a quick time check, and we're back to round off in a moment. Don't touch it. 96.9 Cool FM. Welcome back from that break. I think we're going to take 2 more quick calls. Yes, After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. Hello. Your name is?
Ken from Lagos.
All right, Kes, go ahead. What's your take?
Yes, I want to say that I'm indifferent on whether it's disrespect. But you said something. If it was your father, if it was a pope, you give up your seat for that person. Now, Wole Soyinka is Nigerian icon. You didn't understand.
Exactly.
If you see Wole Soyinka on it is just a seat. When we preach about standing up for rights,
oh my God.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but what if Wole Soyinka is not somebody irate to the point where I'll give up my seat?
I think why Daddy
Freeze said
no.
You must be unlearned.
He's somebody I respect for his work, not respect enough to give up my seat for. There are only 3 humans alive qualified to get my seat. My father, my boss who pays me salary every month and has done so for 18 years, and then the Pope, a man who I consider home. And I said something at the end of the day. I said, first of all, none of these 3 men I mentioned would sit on my seat wrongly. 1. Then 2, if they did, none of the men I mentioned would refuse to get up. The moment I got there, they would get up from my seat.
But he didn't refuse to get up. First of all, he got up.
On the wrong seat is not what we are contesting here.
I don't know what we are contesting.
What we are contesting here is if you see Wole Soyinka on a business class next to you and he is sitting on the window seat, there is no big deal to sitting on the next. It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal for you, it is a big deal for me.
And
I believe my window seat is my right. I believe I have earned it. I believe I have paid for it. And I demand my right.
And I think
if you say it's a right, it's like maybe somebody is trying to imprison you or enslave you.
No. Why don't you go and buy ice cream and don't collect the ice cream? Because
it's not prison.
Because it's not prison.
Wow.
Ice cream. And I probably see somebody that I think that should have that ice cream. The fact that I choose to give that ice cream does not mean...
You use the word choose. Stick with that word. Choose. I do not choose to give my seat to Wole Soyinka. No, bro. I choose. Hold on. I, Daddy Freeze, do not choose to give my seat to Professor Wole.
You don't know.
Does not have anything to
You
do
have
with the
because
fact
you have no respect for an
Does not have anything to do with the fact that I don't respect him.
It has everything to do with the fact that you don't respect him.
I want to end this way. Now, people like Soyinka have stood up for men. Even when it's the situation.
Very good. Then he'll stand up from my chair too.
First of all, the old gentleman did not refuse to give that up. So that's what my point is. Seeing somebody like that for mistake, that is just too small to even say that.
It is too small for you. Learn to not generalize or personalize what I consider a priority. Let me give you an example. My wife, It is his right. Hold on. Let me ask. Is it his right? Hold on. Is that window seat not his right? No. Is it his right? Because if it is just a seat, why don't you enter the plane and go to business class? Why don't you buy economy class ticket and go and sit in business? Maybe it's just a seat.
Right?
Good. So you don't have a point. All right, let's take a next call as we officially end. Yes, you're a final caller. That other guy took our time.
When you treat people like God for too long, they start acting.
Thank you.
I beg. Don't say that. You can't talk about Professor Wole Soyinka like that. It's not when you treat people like God. Why would who are you?
You see, my dear brother, when I dared challenge GOs,
when you say
who
fight
are
for your
older
right,
than my father,
but
I knew they were preaching the wrong message. Their understanding was in question. This is the same thing people told me. How dare you? Even if it's hold on. I'll tell you a story. There's my taste buds former best friend. Stop talking to her because of an issue we had. What was the story? That Aliko Dangote gave up his seat for Benson Idahosa when Benson Idahosa was rushing off for a campaign, and then Benson Idahosa prayed for him, and that's why Aliko Dangote is doing well.
Yeah.
Now, I actually know people who know Alhaji Dangote, and they called him up and they told me that story never happened. So armed with authoritative information, I went and I wrote a story. I'm like, this never happened. Idahosa never prayed for Alhaji Dangote for giving up his seat for him. You guys are spreading a lie. Do you know, people came up and said, even if it is a lie, what do you gain?
Also, it's okay to spread lies.
So what do you gain? How dare you talk about lies?
Please, that's a different cause.
No, it's not.
It's not different. We're talking about somebody asking Wole Soyinka to leave where he was sitting.
First
because
all, I think what people are not getting, why Daddy Freeze gave a list of the Pope, those are people that he respects.
Those are people that I personally...
But if you're Nigerian and you don't...
If you're Nigerian,
I can respect
and you don't respect Wole Soyinka,
but not enough to get
who do you respect?
Hold on.
If you don't respect...
Fela. No.
I respect Fela.
I'll get up for Fela.
Yeah.
I'll get up for Bob Marley.
It's a choice. If I don't respect you enough to get up, that's me. That's me. You can't make me respect you enough to get up.
I really can't believe you guys are even saying this thing. I can't believe it.
I love Wole Soyinka. I respect him.
No, you don't. No, you don't respect him.
No, you respect. I really
don't. If you're even saying fighting for your right, let me tell you, fighting for your right is a seat. The right that you're supposed to be fighting for. Amongst everything that's happening in Nigeria, a seat is what you're supposed to be fighting for.
You start from little things like seats.
Was it free? Was it complimentary? Did I get a coupon for that seat? No. I paid for it.
Hold on. Me and my wife are traveling. We sit on a chair. Then Wole Soyinka sits in between us on one of our chairs. But because it's Wole Soyinka, we can't.
Now we must pass.
So now I want to talk to my wife. Daddy, please bend your head. Hey, baby.
Professor, sorry.
I can't believe.
on.
The thing that's disturbing, even Professor Wole Soyinka knew what he did was wrong. That's why he got up.
Exactly, that was why he got up.
A young Nigerian who could afford a business class seat. Let's finish the sentence.
Have you flown business in your life? Okay, rest my case. And that's as far as we can go on After Dark with Daddy Freeze and 2 crazy lobsters and 1 lazy lobster. All right, guys, love you all. Take good care of yourselves. And Naomi doesn't really mean what she says.
Yeah.
Come on.
Naomi, will you give up your seat for? Yeah, just use your hair.
Naomi,
you know what I will do?
No. Because of what you
Naomi
said.
to get up. I'll just pull off her hair. Bring your hair now. You rolling. I'm throwing 3 seats ahead.
Lagos,
and sit down.
go.
Only you will get up and go and carry your hair.
Nice.
All right, guys. Love you all. See you next week. I'm on holiday for a week. If Tyrone signs, Tyrone sign now. Bye.
Hello?
Oga, na me, my container, my wife.
Yeah.
Oga, you never still send the money. I don't
This
quit
guy.
you never still send them.
I go send them. I don't tell you I go send them. I go send them. I just the week, they just the break for here. And I go send them. Let me sleep now.
Make you not go enter the mole,
Hello? You feel be my for police station. I know saying that you I get your number. It's safe for my phone. I say I go send them. I go send them. Calm down. You too hurry. Hello? Talk with you want talk. I dey hurry. Oh yeah, hold on. No hang up. Oh. Oh yeah, check your phone. You don't get a lot? Make sure say they clear all those things today. Oh. Now wave would they use for here. Won't send money to anybody for Nigeria or anywhere for African country. Now wave. Just download them, register. Tell anybody, download, register, send money. They know they charge you anything. Now free. I'm not call my phone again until you clear that container. Bye.